with it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, new titty, hey, new titty. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. December of 2020, I got an anchored breast lift. In other words, I got a mastopexy. Anchored means your nipple will have an incision. That incision will go down from your nipple to the bottom of your breast. And then an anchor will also be stitched at the bottom of your breast. So literally an anchor. At the end of December 2020, I was just turning 21 years old. So you might be thinking, why would a 20-year-old want to get a breast lift? Well, we can start off by saying my breasts were the most uneven breast you probably will ever see. And some of y'all might say, well, when you're developing and you're young and you're growing up, your breasts are supposed to be uneven, and some people's breasts stay uneven and they even out as you get older. My breast, one side was a 34 double D and the other side was a 34 single D. Did you hear me? A single D. What am I supposed to be doing with two different cup sizes? Love yourself, love yourself. Trust me, I love myself and I'll love myself more with my even titties. On top of them being uneven, they were also long. It was almost as if I was breastfeeding. My titties, they just came out as if I was the mother. And I think it really was because when I was younger, I used to be really plump. And when I say younger, I mean like elementary school, early middle schools. I was a pretty plump kid. And then when I got to the end of middle school and high school, I became very skinny. So that age of puberty, from getting so like chunky to being very, very small, I fluctuated in weight in my breast as well. The weight shift was really weird for my body. On top of my breasts developed very quickly. So I got breasts the summer of me going into middle school. So when I was in middle school, I was already wearing a size C, size D, and they grew instantaneously. And I remember when I first was getting a training bra, I already could see the stretch marks on the side that I got from just a growing breast. Like they grew very quickly. As a middle schooler and early high schooler, I really didn't care about the way my breasts looked. I couldn't really care less at the time until I got into like deep in high school, and I'm like, hold on, I'm going to swimming pools and you can clearly see there's a difference in the way my titties look in swimsuits, in bras. And they were also so saggy that I would never wear a one piece. I would always wear something that had a wire underneath because it would just be super flat here and then a pool of breasts underneath, and then you would see skin. It would just be pure skin, just. And then I decided maybe I could fix this myself and just go to the gym and do a lot of chest workouts. No, weight training cannot fix saggy skin. And that's what my boobies were. They were saggy skin. So what did I do? I went on www.realself.com and I went and I found a doctor near me. Now I know a lot of people go out the country. It's a lot more affordable, or they go somewhere that they've seen YouTube reviews on, but I'm a young college student. I just need somewhere who does good work, knows how to work on black to brown skin, and is affordable. The doctor I went to is honestly about 20 minutes away from me. His name is Dr. Bharti. He works with HKB Surgery, and it's not a sponsor, but I just thought y'all should know who my doctor is. I'll put it in the description below. He himself is a brown man, and when I was looking for people in the pool that were near me, I looked at your work, I looked at your reviews, and I looked at the color of your skin. Sorry to say that, but if you weren't brown, I was suspect if you could do brown. You know what I mean? There was one photo I saw on Real Self that he did. It was another brown woman, and her boobies look perfect. They look so good. I said, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna get. So I scheduled a consultation. He took a look at my tits. He told me, I definitely could see the unevenness. I could see where I could lift it up on both sides as well. And it was a very much, okay, this is what you would need to do. This is what you would need to pay. This would be the date that you were seen. And it was very simple. Wouldn't say it was a very personal experience. I had like a list of questions that I just, as I'm searching, like before getting a surgery, you would think, let's Google up some stuff that I want to ask my doctor. So that's what I did, picked out the questions I wanted, and I went to him with them. He answered the questions, but I didn't really feel like it was personalized to me. But his work was good. He was a brown man, so yeah. Someone told me to ask the doctor that I had did multiple surgeries in a day because they would rush you if they had a time crunch. And he gave me some analogy about every time he's in a surgery is its own football game and yada, yada, yada. And I don't watch no football, so that analogy really went over my head. So up front, I had to pay $1,500 of the total $6,500. And that $6,500 includes everything. So it includes my medications that I had to get. I think I also included the bras that I had to buy by myself. I think I paid an additional $1,000, but if you're planning to get one, you probably don't have to pay this. I have my own medical condition which didn't require me, but I felt more comfortable being in a hospital setting. If you are a healthy human being, then you can do it directly in the office that your doctor has, but I got my surgery done in a hospital, so I had to pay a little bit more fees to make sure that I felt safe. And I had to pay the rest of the balance the day of surgery. Yeah, how did I get the money to do that? How did I get $6,500? COVID. I got my surgery December 2020. Every couple of months, the school was just giving out money. So I got $1,000 here, I got $1,300 there, I got 200 and something here. And I kind of just added that all up. During COVID, I also worked. I collected all of those funds and I just made enough money. The day before surgery, I could not eat past 8 o'clock, I believe. They gave me like this specific medical grade body wash to use. I used to clean my whole body the night before. I had to remove all of my piercing. You also could not have acrylic nails on. And I also could not wear deodorant. The day of happened, I want to say it was probably December 20th. The day of, I arrived at the hospital. I had on some sweats and a zip up hoodie because it's easier for you. You can't like raise your arms up in the air or lift anything, so it's easier for you to just throw something over your shoulders and zip it up if it was cold. The doctor came into my room and marked up my body. It gave me something to help me relax, and I want to say 5 minutes after they put whatever they put inside of me, I felt great. I woke up, left the same day. I wore this hospital bra they gave me that was very flimsy and very cheap, and even the doctor himself, when I came for my first post-op, was like, what is this? What is this they got you in? I'm like, y'all gave it to me. What you mean? What is it that you got me in? It felt like a piece of paper with Velcro in the middle. That's what they gave me to put on. Right after I left, my mom took me to get my medication. I don't really remember what medication exactly I was given, but I know for a fact they gave me something for nausea, which I did not take because I did not feel nauseous. Oxy or hydrocodone. I want to say it was hydrocodone though. I also got some acetaminophen, so basically Tylenol. And one other medication that I can't remember, I want to say it was an antibiotic, or maybe it was iron. One of those two things, and that is why I had to take the thing that helped me poop. Oh, and I also got my scar cream, which I did not use immediately. I had to wait till my second post-op before I could start using the scar cream, because you can't put scar cream over an open wound. You gotta wait till the scab heals. Now, I took the hydrocodone for 3 days straight. I don't like pain. I don't like feeling pain. I don't like the start of pain. So I made sure I kept myself heavily medicated for 3 days straight, and then afterwards I transitioned to that Tylenol. They would not allow me to lift more than, I want to say it was 10 pounds. I was able to go back to work after a couple of days, but I didn't want to. It was Christmas, so I stayed myself home for about 2 to 3 weeks. An adult who has responsibilities, they want to get a breast lift and they decide they have to continue working. I think you are perfectly fine to work as long as you are not in a job where you have to lift things all the time. But if you're in a sit-down job, you're good. All you need to do is just walk around a little bit throughout the day periodically so your blood circulates still, and that will help with your healing. You can go to work right after. I would not take the hydrocodone and then go to work, of course, but I would say a week of rest, and then you're taking your Tylenol as needed for pain, you were good to go right back to work. I really took a look at myself when I took a shower probably 2 days later, and my breasts were stiff. They were rocks. If I could just do this, I'm sure that you could hear a knock, because they were stiff. They would be like, this is my breast, this is my chest, this is my breast, and then it comes back just like that. It was like that. It was like that. This is what nobody ain't shown me this before. This is really scary looking. They dropped over time and they became softer over time. Everything just looked better over time. Or for the first week, I wore the bra that the hospital gave me, and then when I came back, he said, don't wear that bra. And then I started wearing bras that I got from Walmart. So this is the bra that I wore. There was padding in here. I think I wore the padding for a couple of weeks and I took it off and I just wore it as a bra. So it zips up directly in the front, so you do not have to put it over your head and stretch it over your breast. They do not want you to wear anything like that. You clasp it and then you zip it up, and it's like a super sturdy sports bra. And even now I just wear this as a sports bra too. After the first 3 months, I was able to transition from wearing bras like that to wearing bras with wires again. Also, this is a random comment. Sometimes now when I don't wear a bra, I feel, and this has to be me walking around all day without a bra, I feel like pains in my breast randomly. I don't know what it is, but it throbs and it's a little sharp and then it just goes away. I just assume it's like my nerves healing themselves still. Like, I know it's going to take more than a couple of months for my nerves to heal themselves. So my titties look good. So that's all I care about. So there is 5 different post-op appointments. One the first week, one the first month. The next one is the third month out. It is the 1 year. I didn't go to the 1 year one. I was busy that day. They never called back to reschedule. I said, oh, I think they just call you back to take a picture probably or something. During the earlier post-ops, they make sure you're healing correctly. They make sure you don't have any keloids forming and your scars are also healing correctly. I had raised scars at first, but I was told to just massage them and they would go away. I only was able to use a scar cream for the first 3 months, and they recommended to stop it before I thinned out my skin. If you were to have a keloid, they would give you steroid injections at the area that you were keloiding, and then that would go away with whatever process they have for that. I didn't have any keloids. Luckily, I'm not very knowledgeable in how that works. So my bra size went from one being a 34 double D to one being a 34D to both of them being 34Ds. So they're both the same size. I got no implants. I believe they took a little bit of meat out of one of them, cut off that excess skin, and sutured me back up. So I'm an even size titty queen now. When it comes to pain, maybe from a scale of 1 to 10, I would definitely say the pain level was probably a 3, maybe a 4. You know how something has hurt you so bad in life, you can go back and almost feel the pain you felt? I don't remember feeling any pain, but I kept myself drugged up for the first 3 days. But if I felt any soreness after, I just took Tylenol, and it was nothing more excruciating than a little bit of soreness. What I will say though is I could not feel my nipples after surgery. I couldn't feel them for like 2 to 3, maybe 4 months after. And then one day I'm in the shower and they're just hurting. The water is touching my nipples and they are pain. Like they became so oversensitive for a very long time. I want to say another 1 to 2 months after I got feeling back in my nipples. And again, I think it's just the nerves that are reconnecting themselves in that area because it's a surgery nonetheless. If I could go back and redo anything, this surgery, like I would get it every single time, because I feel much more confident. My clothes fit a lot better. I feel like I can wear everything that I want to wear now. But everybody's body is different. Everyone will heal differently. I personally feel like my experience with this whole surgery, I was lucky. Like anything could have went wrong, but I feel like everything went well. The only thing I was a little concerned with after the surgery was my nipples. One was a little up and one was a little down, but over time they looked fine after. If you want to see some actual photos that aren't edited and it's actually me naked, you can go to the description below, go to realself.com. I linked my profile and my bio of pictures and date stamps and how I was feeling in that exact moment. Yeah, you gotta create an account and everything, so don't be a weirdo. Look at the photos. They won't let you look at any photos without making an account. Some people might feel like there are alternatives to getting a surgery. There always is alternatives, but in my case, I didn't see a way out and I was uncomfortable with myself. So it was the right place, the right time. I wasn't in school because of COVID. I had the money because of COVID. I had a lot of time to research because I was home because of COVID. Like I know some people might feel a little self-conscious being naked around people with their scars, but I don't really care. Y'all ain't see what it looked like before, I can tell you that much. I feel 10 times more confident in myself now than I ever have been. So I'm content. Thank you all for watching. If you have any other questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I will be answering every question that I see, that I can answer, of course. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And if you want to see how I got this makeup look, you can check out this video right here. Bye!